Still in my starter home from 2005. Here is why. We bought our first home in 2005. It was $85K. Money was tight and our bills were high at the time. 2 student loans, $15K in CC debt, childcare, 2 car payments. Now in 2023, we have 0 CC debt, 0 student loans, 0 child care costs. Our mortgage payment, our only debt, is $600 a month. Our annual income is $120K. Credit scores in the 800s. Sounds like we should upgrade and buy a new home? I don't think so. First of all, we would see our interest rate double. Second of all, we would see our mortgage payment triple or more. And we wouldn't be getting triple the house in terms of size and comfort. And the selection of homes in my area is lacking. Instead, we keep upgrading our current home. Since 2020, new roof, all plumbing converted to PEX, new garage door, kitchen remodel, and more. If things keep getting worse in this market, I actually don't see me ever moving again. I hate moving and I hate getting ripped off even more. But I'm open to hearing out opposing views here. Hey man, if you're happy, you like where you live, and your house is comfortable for you and your family, that's all that matters. No need to keep upgrading and moving all the time. Focus on other investments. I think you'll see it more and more that people end up staying in their starter homes. And really, there's nothing wrong with it becoming your forever home, as long as it suits your needs. People are just conditioned to believe that we start small and move up, as many of their parents did. We've just been through the weirdest several years ever. And coming out of it, need to adapt to the new circumstances, which may not allow us to do what we once thought was the typical course when it comes to home ownership. Glad it's worked out for you. Others may not be as fortunate. I'll never understand why people care what the internet thinks. Do whatever makes you happy. I think HGTV and stupid reality shows with wealthy people living in ridiculously large homes have given Americans FOMO. A family of 4 doesn't need 2,000 SF of living space or a 2-story foyer or whatever else you're seeing on TV. Staying in your starter home isn't a shameful thing, especially if it can grow and change with you. Keeping up with the Joneses is a social disease. It sounds like you're in a perfect place. Do you like the location of the house? If yes, that's probably a huge plus for staying as well. Why even consider buying a new home in this economy if you're perfectly happy? We bought in 2010 and have started looking again. Unless something crazy happens, we aren't moving anytime soon. Too much uncertainty in the market. Happy for you. Not that it matters much if you are staying put. But have you looked at what the realtor websites say your house is worth now? I never understood starter home. It's not like there are levels of homes. A house is a huge purchase and investment. Just even getting a house is awesome. Maybe there were starter homes in the 1950s, but even then homes were though of as expensive. Especially with one income. Maybe it was good marketing by someone? Damn, I should have bought a house in 2005 like you did. Too bad I was a freshman in high school lol. Not sure where you live, but in a lot of cities a combined income of $120K isn't going to cut it anymore. I feel like I need a shower after saying that. Gross. Moved into my starter home in 2000 in a city I didn't think I would stay in. Still here 23 years later. Would love a bigger house and a nicer lot, but I don't want to be in debt and I feel like something has to give in this market here at some point. Fingers crossed. I might just be salty, but this feels like a humble brag. Like others have said, there's nothing wrong with a starter home and we don't need all that space, but back in 2005, I was 16 years old. Our first home purchase was a $316,000 condo, and we were lucky to be able to use the equity to buy a townhouse for just under $500,000 in 2021. Starter homes in my neck of the woods were already over $600K when we were first home shopping and are now well over $700. I'm thankful we own a home, but I would love to have a little starter home of our own. Bought our starter house in '98. Raised 2 kids in it. Similar situation starting out. Now no mortgage. No debt. Can't see a reason to upsize and have a mortgage, etc., which would just add stress. Not moving until we see a reason to, which will include buying something outright so we still don't have a mortgage. I'm just wondering why after 18 years you still have a mortgage on a house purchased for $85,000? Crazy thing is, in 2005, the average 30 years mortgage was 5.93. I imagine you've refi-ed at least once or twice at this point. About how much do you have left on the mortgage? In any event, it's great that you've been able to make a place work for you for almost 20 years. My parents stayed in the same house for 35 years. My in-laws have been in the same house for almost 50 years. Many of my friends' parents are also in the same homes for over 30 years. I think that's going to become more common again now that interest rates are higher and looking to remain well above the historical lows for a long time. The only reason we moved out of our starter home is because it was a condo and we got an insanely good deal on our house through family and aren't actually pulling a mortgage for it unless rates go down. We are saving money and paying less in rent than we would have paid on interest alone until we can buy the house outright, likely about 10 years. My parents bought their starter home in 2012, and though there are things my parents wish they could change, they never will move. Their mortgage is $700 including escrow, and the house is now valued at over $200K. You could never get a house for that price and mortgage now. I would personally never. 7+ interest rates with no end in sight. You have the perfect setup that is no longer even an option for anyone. If a house doesn't work for you, that is one thing. But if it does, there is nothing wrong with staying in a house that provides comfortable housing. That's what they're designed for. Plus, this way affords you more discretionary income than you would have at more than 3 times the mortgage payment. As far as I see it, you're being financially smart. You're smart. Really. We had a good thing with our current home, a starter. Put a lot of money in it. It's under contract to be sold and we're under contract to buy. I'm questioning my choice to do this, although we only have 1 full bath in our current home and a half bath. We thought of adding a shower to the half bath, but the electrical panel prevents it. Anyway, I have to keep reminding myself that this is smart for the family, but I hope I don't regret, because financially, we are comfortable in our current home. I see nothing wrong with this. Sounds like a great investment. When you can customize your home, it feels even better. I honestly wouldn't move if my mortgage payment and income were like yours. I'd be doing lots of home improvement and loving my cheap mortgage. Sounds like you've got the perfect situation. Enjoy it. My parents did what you did. When they moved in, it was a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, no garage. Now after upgrading and renovations, it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a huge workshop garage. Yes, I feel you. If I wasn't active duty, I would still have my starter house in a very LCOL area. But my current house is a good deal for the upgrade in MCOL area too. I was in a fairly similar situation, except in 2020 there were huge nice houses really cheap and interest rates were 2.5, so it seemed like I go ahead on move on. I think you're doing it right. Congrats and good luck.